feel like the organizers for the Diamond League, and said that it's my opinion. I feel like they used her. I think that they used her as a promoter and not an athlete. When we see the difference. When people are using bold, they use bold talent and bold charisma to promote events. You know, that's what they use. In sha'carri's case, sha'carri's talent was never used to promote Diamond League. What they used was her mouth. And because she's young and naive, she bought into it and not realizing that mentally you're going to be broken when the day comes. Because everything that you have said would have worn you down on the track. Remember, you know, them athletes out there, they don't have nothing to think about the race. They don't have nothing to think about. Now you have to think about Jamaica will laugh after you. Elaine will laugh after you. Shellyann will laugh after you. You know, they mind. You know, we don't talk about overtly. Because of course everybody will laugh after her. We not ask.
Calm down before you stress up the groove. The energy a little different when the blessings accrue. Hey, who you talking to? Just know I ain't no regular fool.
What's up, royalties? What's up? And y'all know this is your girl Princess Black and the meat, the black of the berry, the sweet, the juice, the key, the smile, the thick, the pie. And y'all know, cute girls don't lie. Don't I see? Conceited. No, darling. It's self-love. It is self-love. Alright, guys, well going. How are you coping with the 3 days lockdown? Though, as for me, your girl is always on lockdown except for work, when I'm going to work. So it doesn't really bother me. I'm always in my home. If I don't have reason to go out on the road, I am not going to go out there. So I'm not bothered by the lockdown. But I know it can be hard for some people, especially for those who don't have the finances to really purchase stuff like that, you know, to store in the house for the 3 days. I know it can be rough, you know, and all of that. But we have to trust the process, we have to trust God and hope and pray that, you know, things are put in place for to eradicate this virus, you know, this virus that has stolen our livelihood, our sanity, you know, our social life and all of that, our income, as I said, our livelihood, yes, but it will get better. But guys, if I see the description, I know what I'm talking about. But before I get into it, let me big up our Jamaican trio, Elaine, Shellyann, and Sherika. Congrats, girl. We're proud of y'all. You showed up, you represent, and you always give it your best, and you did exactly that in our 100-meter race. Let me say, you know, I'm congratulate all the athletes, because to be honest, if they weren't performing, they would have made it to the Diamond League or to the Olympic. You know, so even sha'carri, let me say that, you know, she's a very talented person, even though she didn't show up on the day. And I'm gonna talk why she didn't show up, you know, why she invited people to the game and then she never showed up. But let me say that outside of that race, she's a talented athlete, you know. And we can't take that away from her. What I'm going to look at, so basically what I'm going to look at, what led to sha'carri's defeat and how Jamaicans, going to use sha'carri as an example. So basically I'm going to look at how sha'carri becomes a lesson to Jamaicans as a whole. How she becomes a lesson book, literally. How would you use her? Let me say that. You'll see. But guys, so and please, I have nothing against sha'carri. So this is nothing personal, it's just my opinion. You understand? You don't have to agree with me, but what you're going to agree to is to be respectful in the comment section. Not just to me, but you know, other people with their opinions. Alright? Yes, so for me, am I surprised that sha'carri came last? Not one bit. To be honest, it was in the back of my mind that this child, whenever she showed up a major championship, whether Olympic, World Championship, or Diamond League, it's a possibility that she may come last. Not because she's not talented, but because she lacks humility. She lacks humility. When I say this, she lacks humility, she lacks humility. No. sha'carri is a classic example as to what it means to be humble. She's a classic example as to what it means to let talent speak, talent over hype. Talent over hype. Literally, it was hype over talent and not talent over hype. You understand? And in my opinion, so yeah, so I said, I don't want to overjump what I was saying. As I was saying, I pretty much knew that if, as I said before, if she showed up at a big event, she would have placed last because the pressure. She ran her mouth so much that she would not have the mental strength to compete with the big guns. Mark you are talented and they are talented as well. So what they have over you, they have talent over you, they have experience over you, they have humility over you. No, mark you, in order to be a race, you need talent, you need mental strength, and you need experience to some extent. sha'carri, I knew that mentally she could never ever perform based on how she was running her mouth. I knew that when the day come, everything gonna be in her head. She gonna hear all of those voices. But what gonna happen, all she gonna think about what gonna happen if I lose. So the world was on her shoulder, not because the world expect anything of her greatly, because we expect her to perform, but because she ran her mouth so much that she took up the world and placed it on her shoulder. If you get what I mean. You understand? And part of me feel like the organizers, this is my opinion, part of me, I feel like the organizers for the Diamond League, and said that it's my opinion, I feel like they used her. I think that they used her as a promoter and not an athlete. When we see the difference. When people are using bold, they use bold talent and bold charisma to promote event. That's what they use. In sha'carri's case, sha'carri's talent was never used to promote Diamond League. What they used was her mouth. And because she's young and naive, she bought into it and not realizing that mentally you're going to be broken when the day comes. Because everything that you have said would have worn you down on the track. Remember, them athletes out there, they don't have nothing to think about the race. They don't have nothing to think about. Now you have to think about Jamaica. Jamaica will laugh after you. Elaine will laugh after you. Shellyann will laugh after you. Their mind, we don't talk about overtly. Because of course everybody will laugh after her. We not ask. Almost, not everybody, a lot of people are laughing at her. And when you're growing up in any situation, and you keep thinking about what people are going to do if you this, if you that, you already defeated. Because what you need to think about, I don't want to lose, I want to go out, I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to do like that. You don't want all of that negative energy on your head to go think about who are this and who are that. You understand? And I'm telling you, the child ran her mouth to the point that when she went on the track, her feet were tired. They were lifeless. She ran in reverse. Jamaican would have said she came dead last. Dead last. But I'm not going to dwell too much on that. As I said before, I hope she learned from her mistake. Young lady, humility is key. All time people ever say, my grandmother would say, humble calf suck the most milk. Trust me, on a lie. That's not a lie. It's a beautiful thing to be humble. It's a beautiful, and humility calms you. You understand? But it's nice to let the people put you out there as the big dog. But you do not. The world do not find pleasure in people who hype themselves up. No matter how talented you are. Because let me say, even if both had the talent and both come across as cocky and arrogant, we wouldn't like him. We don't like, if our own athletes behave certain way, we don't like them. We don't like them. The world don't like cocky people. The world do not like. So I realized that on Twitter they're saying that Jamaicans have something against American athletes. No, we don't. I don't think that on whole people like cocky people. You know, people don't like people come across like they're narcissists. You know, we don't like people them that treat that. We have our own athletes here at one point who Lord, who we believe never display humility, because at one I'm not calling him, but this athlete, Jamaican athlete, one bronze at the Olympic, came to was in Jamaica and police stopped him, and rather than comply and let the police do the work, I'm gonna ask the police if they know who he is. That never sit like them with Jamaican. Because now overhead, you never behaving like a humble person, you know? You don't need to ask the police who, if they know who you be. If police ask you for papers or papers. Just because you represent the country doesn't mean that you're above the law of the country. You know, and as I said before, we don't like cocky people. I know Jamaicans alone. I think, although we think that we are the worst. We are the worst. We are the worst. Because let me tell you something. I went over to our Instagram and they're roasting the daylight out our living roast breadfruit situation are going over there. May I tell you, but girl, find the courage, you have the talent. It's a learning process, learn the lesson, come back. You're talented. You're talented, you're talented. You just need to be humble. And for a person who are managing her, you don't need to teach her humility. Because sometimes, and everybody have it. Some people naturally have it, and some people, they have to teach them it, you know? And so you don't need to teach her humility. And I make nobody use her again. No make nobody use her. If it's not her talent they're gonna use to promote an event, no make them use her. Do not put her under stress there. You understand? Yes, so that is it. So now that part they done. When I look back, I'm not doing too much on that. Yeah, because everybody's talking about that. I'm just gonna look at how Jamaican now she becomes a lesson book to Jamaican. Let me tell you something. You see sha'carri situation now, Jamaicans gonna use it to prevent, use it to guide people with the sha'carri syndrome. Because I hate never call it sha'carri syndrome. You understand? So from any time, because first and foremost, sha'carri, let me say this. If you were a Jamaican and you behave like that and you went to an event and you came dead last, your name would not be sha'carri Richardson. Your name would be dead last. I'm not joking. We would have changed your name from sha'carri to dead last. And we will not change it, you not change it too. You understand? We wouldn't call it sha'carri anymore. You see dead last? A dead last in a name. So dead would be your Christian name and last. Not your last, and LASS, last. So sha'carri would be your Christian name and last will be your surname. And it would be so, people are so mistake. And I realize that a lot of people I take the roasting personal. I saw we roast people when we see them when they come to the farm there. You understand? Even our own. I saw when I roast them. I'm not condoning it, but that's how we are. You know? It's fun for us when you go on certain, when you hype up yourself and flop, as Jamaicans put it. Yeah, we're gonna laugh after you. We're gonna laugh after you, and we're gonna make you know you embarrass yourself. And so we stay. You know? So even when we forgive you and we are your good, we still have to call you dead last. I don't know personal, I just said your name just changed from sha'carri Richardson to dead last. We go to road and somebody want to fight you, we're going to take up for you, we're going to say, hey, our dead last you, dead last not trouble you, come over here so dead last. Come here so dead last, because we're going to defend dead last. But a dead last to them. Dead last. You, when you go anywhere now, you see when we don't get the name dead last, if you go out now, if you go anywhere and someone look for you and say, you look familiar, how will you be again? You look familiar, I know you. I never say, yeah man, I mean name dead last. I swear to you. Jamaica, I make a one than name the dead last. Dead last. You understand? If you have anybody that was over there at this place, I said the sha'carri syndrome, because I call it the sha'carri syndrome, because she has been displaying that kind of behavior for a while. I'm not even going to the post interview. I'm not going to even touch that, to be honest, because I think that interview was, what she said was out of mere embarrassment. She was embarrassed, and all of that. So it's the reason why it's embarrassment mixed with like a humility, but I think that it was mostly embarrassment. So I'm not gonna even roast her for that, because girl, the young man came out and I'm gonna try to hide you and carry through the tunnel. You should just go and steal. You should just go on to the tunnel when the young man come out for you, come for you. You should not stop. You should not stop and have that interview there, because you know already say you too shame. You're embarrassed, and when you're embarrassed, you're gonna say, well, you know mean. You understand? So you're not say. Anyway, as I was saying. So now from now on, the same time I see somebody at this place, if I will own a picnic, let me say this, we have a picnic one in class school and then come in and my boss, mommy, you know, say this and that girl says I mean don't sissy, because spread and make it 100 and I guess much you get 50. You go here. Humble yourself, you see what happened to Sha'carri. I saw Sha'carri show up herself and go Olympic and go come dead last. Here, anybody when no humble, we gotta remind them, say behave yourself. I saw Sha'carri behave and come dead last. Or you go here, you think how embarrassing like how Sha'carri embarrass our family. Or we don't know if Sha'carri family embarrass, you know. All our family reach night. As so we say people, it's nothing personal. We are people, we are a nation that believes in roasting hype people. We don't like this ill manners people, we don't like people that come across as disrespectful. You don't know if we disrespectful, yeah, but we just say that still, you know, we don't like it. And I don't think it's just Jamaican or all. I just think that take it to the extreme if you ask me. But I think the world does not like disrespectful people. We have a thing they call respect elders, sha'carri, respect elders. The other athletes every day before you, they have paved the way. You cannot go up against them and go and like say them not in the race. You know, you have to respect elders. Yeah, so that me have to say, so girl, bounce back. Don't make the body use it again to promote nothing, you know, promoter, you're an athlete. Make them use the craft to promote event, not your mouth. You understand? Come off of Twitter a little and just work on your craft and come back and come whap some skin. Because you're talented. That's my 2 cents. Yeah, see you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a video. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend, tell a friend to like, tell a friend to share, tell a friend to subscribe. Yeah, I'm out. I feel like the organizers for the Diamond League and said that it's my opinion. I feel like they used her. I think that they used her as a promoter and not an athlete. When we see the difference. When people are using bold, they use bold talent and bold charisma to promote event. You know, that's what they use. In Sha'carri's case, Sha'carri's talent was never used to promote Diamond League. What they used was her mouth. And because she's young and naive, she bought into it and not realizing that mentally you're going to be broken when the day comes. Because everything that you have said would have worn you down on the track. Remember, you know, them athletes out there, you know, they don't have nothing to think about the race. They don't have nothing to think about. Now you have to think about Jamaica. Jamaica will laugh after you. Elaine will laugh after you. Shellyann will laugh after you. You know, they mind. You know, we don't talk about overtly. Because of course everybody will laugh after her. We not ask.